and Deku Tree all taken care of, what do you think these guys are going to do first? Are they going to go straight to Adult, or are they going to save Adult for later and do Zora's River? Because they do have Rudo's letter.
Oh, and those bombs. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
My general assumption is that folks will head Adult, but you're right. Heading to Zora River could be a good strategic move here. Especially getting it nice and opened up so that as Adult they can get to Ice Caverns easier.
Plus, Zora's River does have a Sphere Zero check, so that could have another progression item in it.
Yeah, there's a couple of 0 checks. Well, not 0, but very early, almost free checks.
Yeah, indeed.
So ATZ now checking out the maze. Dotzo opted to skip it earlier. And looks like ATZ is hoping to death warp out of here, possibly, because he's taken quite a lot of damage from those bombs. And an ice trap now. Lovely. There was not anything use in there.
Now they do have a bottle, but the unfortunate thing is you can't pick up bugs because they need to get rid of the letter.
Yeah, that bottle is not really usable for anything right now. It's just kind of it's just kind of there.
It's taunting you.
So Dotzo getting ready to go into the Goma fight, and Natamese heading along Death Mountain Trail, picking up some of the checks right out there. Ooh! We got hovers.
Oh boy! Hover boots. Well then.
That's a useful thing. Granted, we don't know what is and isn't required yet. Well, there's a bottle that they can use.
Oh, there we go.
And we don't know what these guys are gonna have to do yet. Nobody's checked the pedestal, so we aren't quite sure what's required or not yet. That bottle had a Poe in it. That was a bottled Poe that was on top of the entrance to Dodongo's cavern. And ATZ starting up the mask quest by showing off the letter to the guard. Dotzo, I'm guessing he's heading into Lost Woods to hit up the shortcuts. I'm not 100% sure on what he's currently doing. Drunis, you know that I would love Song Sanity to become the new standard race format, but I'm not gonna hold my breath on it. I don't think enough other people are into it.
I will not rest until text sanity becomes a thing, where you find items on text boxes.
Oh goodness.
How crazy would that be? The link to Goron will be loaded. So, Dotzo now, hitting up the maze. He'd skipped it earlier, but has doubled back to it now. And ATZ doing Anju's chickens, and likely gonna check out some of the other odds and ends around Kakariko. Yes, ATZ is strongly opposed to Song Sanity becoming a standard race format. That's something where we agree to disagree. I think it's a lot of fun, but it does drastically shift up the routing. Things like 3-song start, that's not really a valid strategy in Song Sanity, because it's just 3 random checks. They aren't weighted towards those extremely useful 12 songs.
So Raikauer in chat saying that he would rather see cutscenes in chess than text boxes giving items. So if you open up the chest windows and bam, there's Sarunia dancing. I would love to see that. I really would love to see that implemented.
If you have a crazy idea that you think would be fun to put into the randomizer, feel free to hit up the Discord's suggestions channel where, well, not everything's gonna get implemented, but of course you're welcome to share whatever crazy idea you have for what can get shuffled up next. And as Raizudo's pointing out, it is open source, so if you want to write your own version of the randomizer, you're welcome to adapt it. Looks like ATZ is now waiting for nightfall to do Nightcack. And Dotzo headed into Kakariko as well, but not waiting for nightfall. Hey Drunus, you want to know who wrote all the text for the beans command? They may or may not be on the mic right now.
I don't think I had a hand in that. I'm fairly new.
If it is a sassy bot command, I probably suggested what went there. Trez programmed all of them. Several of them he asked me what the hell to put in them. I just help give the bot a little guidance. He makes the bot do its homework. And Dotzo gathering up Anju's chickens, and ATZ doing Dompe digging now. Let's see if Dompe has anything. Ooh! He does.
Oh boy, his keepsake. He's just giving it right away instead of waiting to die.
I am not anyone's uncle, Din. I may be some people's aunts. I think my niece and nephew would call me aunt.
You have an uncle. I don't know what his name is. He dies.
And ATZ gathering up some of those Skulltulas. Dotzo rounding up his chickens. But yeah, we if you were up and around and watching earlier today on the main ZSR channel, we had the European Weekly, which had some essential progression on Dompe. We're seeing some essential progression on Dompe again today. I suspect since Dotzo waited till it was basically dusk to head into Kakariko, he will be coming back to check out Nightcack pretty shortly. Get that hook shot for himself, but I'm not 100% sure about it. Oh, and drinking that Poe in order to get those bugs. Dotzo wants some bugs in a bottle. Looks like he's probably going to be doing some Skulltult. No, never mind. He's not headed towards there. You need me to switch the audio over, Trez, because I can do that. I maybe forgot to bring the bot in, because you didn't remind me that I needed to have ZSR bot join. Try again.
The bot's alive again. Huzzah!
Ooh.
Gorm bracelet. Wow.
This seed definitely seems like one where a long child is not necessarily going to be a bad plan. So we're seeing lots of things for free in the children checks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, skipping Dompe digging is, it's probably gonna bite Dotzo. Can't predict for sure, but I don't think that's gonna work in his favor anywhere.
Yeah, the Dompe digging is something that usually happens on Child 2, but now that ATZ has it on Child 1, that's gonna open some stuff up for Adult 1.
Oh yeah, having that hook shot nice and early, that's gonna be handy. Makes, you know, a lot of movement places a lot easier, and it'll make Forest Temple accessible for, you know, not in logic, but it'll make it so that they can actually get there.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody's done a pedestal check yet, so we still don't actually know where we need to go today.
Yeah.
So, Dotzo buying up some beans now, getting ready for whatever may come. Having those handy, it's good. If you're there as a child, you just buy it. Oh, goodness.
Oh, both boots have been found.
Well then.
Well then.
Both boots on the freestanding heart pieces on Zora River. That is,
Wasn't one on a,
or, pardon, hovers were not right here. But you're right.
Just outside Goron City.
That's right. It was the strength upgrade. I was thinking it was the other set of boots.
Yeah.
On the lower heart piece. My mistake.
Got some gold on it, so I could see where he come from.
They're both kinda yellowish.
Oh no, Dotzo lost his chicken.
Whoops.
Chicken, stop.
Yeah, he did kind of throw it in the river there, you know?
Oh.
Chickens do not like being thrown in rivers. And Natamizi now inside Zora's domain. Wonder if you will do the fancy strat. Oh, looks like not today. There is a strat where you can take the stick down and light the torches along with doing the dive. It's a little risky though, because it is pretty precise.
Alright, come on, chicken, you're coming with me.
Yes, Dotzo has regained a chicken. And ATZ going to go see what the diving minigame rewards him with.
Let's see if Dotzo can wing it over to Zora's domain.
Oh, puns.
God.
Oh my! Well,
Oh my god.
we are getting quite the stacked early seed. Randobot 2. You really want us to love you, don't you? You're being so nice. Makes me a little bit skeptical of you.
It's like good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, well, you know, we've been bullied around by Randobot so much, so when Randobot 2's real nice to us, it's perfectly reasonable to be a little bit skeptical that maybe he's just taunting us.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, we don't even know if Mirror Shield is going to be something that's essential, because we still have no idea where we're going.
Right. Now, I will say one thing. The problem with seeds that open up everything early, you have a lot of stuff open, but you don't know where to go. You could go like anywhere and lose time until you go to like the last place, and that's where your progression was. You can lose a lot of time with those kind of seeds.
Absolutely. Things that have too many options where it's all wide open. Who knows what the intended path is. I know Anatomy Z does not really care too much about what the intended logic is, sequence breaks and whatnot, but it is, you know, still useful to have a bit of guidance from the seeds.
Yeah, ATZ is just going to use his psychic powers to know where to go.
And going inside Jabu and then warping back to Temple of Time, so I'm guessing he's going to go adult now, or I would actually suspect Bombchu Bowling. With those bombs, may go for Bombchu Bowling first. Nope, my prediction's wrong already.
No. No bomb bowling today.
So soon we're gonna be able to see what the heck we've got.
He's going straight for Tektite. Oh, yeah, he wants his revenge.
True. Sometimes you get burned by those spots, and
Oh no, he forgot to check the pedestal. ATZ, no.
oh, he's turned back around.
Oh, good. Oh. Wow. Just forgetting the most simplest things. Alright, so we got water, spirit. Oh, I forgot that. Alright, water, spirit. Jabu on shadow. DC and fire.
Okay, hopefully our trackers will be able to get this updated for us quickly.
Alright, so Shadow Temple isn't required, which means that they won't need Nocturne or possibly Zelda's Lullaby. Maybe, but they do have Water and Spirit, which both do make some use out of Zelda's Lullaby. Water being on Force Medallion, so we'll see where Zelda's Lullaby is. It could be an Ocarina of Time. Well, actually, no. It can't.
It could not. Stone Shadow means
Shadow.
it cannot be on Ocarina.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So, chances of all Dungeon Seed, smidge reduced. Just based on potential song locations. Okay, and Dotzo dropping his fish off as well. And looks like he is gonna go rescue the princess and do the first check-in here.
Mm-hmm. The good thing about that is that when he gets rooted up to the second level, she'll stay there once you come back.
Gives you a nice little head start. And ATZ just checked the bombable grotto in the front end of Kakariko, and it didn't have anything. And headed up to go check the man on the roof. Oh, goodness. Anatomy Z missed the jumps twice.
Oh boy.
Missed hopping onto the roof and then missed hopping onto the fence. Yes. I wonder if that loss yesterday psyched him out some.
Mm-hmm.
Third failed jump.
Oh no. Come on. ATZ.
Oh man.
Oh, he's just...
Walking away from that check for a minute to go check on Impa's cow as Dotzo picks up Princess Rudo. Impa's cow just giving us some more money, but ATZ already has a full wallet, so...
Yeah.
And now we're gonna see what we've got in the windmill.
Let's see what the harpies is, and also the song.
That's a new approach.
Ooh.
Oh, and that is worthwhile. I haven't
Silver
seen that
gauntlets.
hookshot jump slash approach.
Yeah.
Hookshot was on Dompe digging.
Yeah.
And we've got Nocturne, so we can get to Shadow. Or we can get to the entrance, we can't get inside just yet. Still have no Dins, still have no magic.
Oh, then.
And Dotzo getting ready to go check that boomerang chest. We'll see if there's anything useful in there. And ATZ just getting a nickel from the man on the roof.
Oh. That is
He
unfortunate.
could have safely just walked away from that check that trolled him a little bit.
Hmm.
So let's see if that dip to Jabu is paying off for Dotzo. Well, it paid,
Yep.
but not well. Just a bloopy.
Alright, guys. Let's put in first predictions for the first race of Jabu on ATZ side.
You mean Dompe?
Yeah, Dompe.
I don't think you're racing the giant fish. I could be mistaken, though. Hey, this is randomizer. Somebody could hack it in. And Dotzo now headed over to do the Bombchu bowling checks. We'll get to know what's hiding in there. I'm wondering if Anatomy Z's having some hiccups with his controller or something, because
Yeah, he's not.
he's having a rough go with the jumps today.
I don't know if he's feeling kind of tilted from that last match or what, but.
Well, there's a fire source.
Did fire. Oh boy.
Randobot 2, did you give us an AD seed? Yep, we just need magic in order for Shadow to be reachable. Not
It's quite
completable yet, though, with no hookshot or bow for Dotzo.
Or Zelda's Lullaby yet.
Or Zelda's Lullaby, yes.
Yeah, AD for this seed is kind of problematic because you have both Forest and Shadow as stone dungeons. Both of them 14-minute dungeons. Probably the longest dungeons, except for the Spirit Temple, if you're not using shortcuts.
Forest and Shadow both extremely linear, not really all too able to just rush through and go mode them, even if they did have everything otherwise that they needed. Oh, well, that was nice.
Big Ron Sword, oh.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
14-minute Shadow is
I-
typical, even for ATZ. That seems
Yeah.
seems
I was
possibly a bit overly optimistic about his skills.
Was referencing the video that ATZ and Dotzo released on optimized runs for each of the dungeons. I think
I believe the boss guide was
Shadow-
put out by Dotzo.
not the boss guide, but the running the dungeons themselves. I thought Shadow was around 15 or 14 minutes.
Are there resource videos that I haven't seen? Somebody needs to link me this stuff.
Yeah.
I might not be able to learn it myself because my execution's garbage, but I want to be able to facilitate other people learning cool things. And ATZ headed into Dodongos now.
Yeah, Dotzo did a 1333 in Shadow, but that's excluding the boss fight. What were you gonna say?
I'm not entirely sure what I was gonna say.
Oh.
I got distracted by chat.
Oh no.
So let's see if there's anything useful for us in Dodongos, besides that medallion. And Dotzo switched back to adult again. He's headed towards Kakariko, so likely gonna do his own windmill check and whatnot. Wait, no. He's already taken care of that, hasn't he? No.
Dotzo? No.
Not yet. I'm having a hard time keeping track of everybody. Chad, I do expect you to let me know when I forget things. That's what you're there for, right?
Yeah, come on, Chad. Do your job. Alright, second Storm of Songs, Chuck.
Storm of Songs.
Oh, that... I'm still laughing from that after my last commentary thing.
I must have missed that one.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
That is an interesting thing to point out. It is over 50 minutes in, and Dotzo is still on 3 hearts. ATZ only up to 4.
Wow.
So they've been finding a lot of useful stuff. And money. Not a lot of heart pieces.
They're not healthy boys.
Not today.
Have they been doing drugs? Where am I gonna find your drawer, Dotzo?
Well, we haven't seen any odd mushrooms today, so I don't think they're on anything.
They do have magic beans, and who knows what kind of properties you get off of that. You see those bean colors? They're 4 colors.
ATZ finding a stick upgrade in Deku. Not an essential item, but it's handy. Saves you a bit of money from having to buy more sticks. Nobody has Song of Storms yet, so it doesn't really make a difference for fighting Dead Hand, or anything else for that matter. Okay, so Dotzo headed into the windmill now, so he'll be getting some of those awesome things that are hanging out in here. So, lacking Longshot or Epona or Requiem, there isn't Spirit Temple access yet. They both have what they need to beat it.
They still have access to the Bolero song and Minuet song. And the Serenade song. Now they got Ice Cavern open. We got 3 chances for Requiem.
Oh, that is correct. My mistake. Dotzo not having Hookshot yet would,
Well, that's right. He needs to go back as child.
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to clear Spirit. Although, the other Hookshot may be somewhere useful. Could potentially find the long shot upgrade somewhere else, a bit out of sequence. Okay, and Dotzo still clearing out the graveyard, and Anatomy Z about to fight King Dodongo. So we're gonna see what's on that boss heart shortly. So chat, what do you think Dotzo's time's gonna be? Seems to be getting tossed around by those fires quite a bit. Quite a few
Nabe's
bonks
being
there.
very ruthless.
Ooh, bonked again.
Oh man.
While this is loser's bracket, both of these guys are very skilled runners to even make it to the top 16 at all.
Definitely.
And there is Slingshot, so Goma's now in logic. Both of them have already taken care of her, though.
Oh boy. And Deku is a stone dungeon, so...
Looks like Anatomy Z's headed up to Goron City. Oh, or up Death Mountain Trail. Oh, no,
Yeah,
headed
he
to
did.
Goron City, okay.
He didn't mark it in his tracker, but he does have the silver gauntlets, which will allow him to clear the maze.
Ah, true, true. And I don't believe he's been here as an adult to deal with Link the Goron just yet either. I know that's everybody's favorite check. It's so much fun when you don't have the bow.
Oh man. Or bomb shoes either.
Shoes, in my opinion, are the second easiest approach. I prefer bow for dealing with Kid Goron there. Yes, looks like Juke's in the chat, and congrats on winning the Euro Weekly earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Was able to watch the vast majority of that race, and it was a fun watch. Oh, there's another heart container.
Good.
And looks like Anatomy Z heading in to see what is in the volcano today.
Well, Dotzo finishes up DC.
Yeah. Yeah, only gonna have that slingshot to show for it. Although that does also open up target in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Another child check that they will probably not be super inclined to go back and do anytime soon.
Yeah, they could route it in with Skull Mask because neither of them done that yet.
True, true.
And Skull Mask could be can be quite trolly sometimes.
Looks like we've got Vanilla Bolero today.
Our second vanilla song,
Yeah. So if you were in these guys' shoes, where's your head at with this pile of equipment and so many options? I'm having a hard time figuring out what I would do in this situation.
Yeah, this is kind of tough. Ice Cavern from me is kind of a good idea.
They don't have the gear to take out any of the dungeons at this point.
Yeah.
None of the stone and medallion ones.
I'd say go over to now that Bolero's checked, I'd say go over to Minuet, and if Requiem isn't there, then I'd go to do Ice Cavern to find that song. Because they have the means to finish Spirit Temple.
Well, ATZ does. Dotzo is still needing that hookshot from Dompe Digging or wherever the second hookshot is. We haven't seen the long shot yet.
That's right.
Chat coming up with some of the least pleasant options.
Let's see how the ski can screw you over.
That's chat's favorite pastime, is figuring out how it could be the worst.
1 hour in. Let's see. Right, chat. Who do you think's in the lead right now?
ATZ getting frustrated with not doing the Mito skip and just resigning himself to actually playing Sarias for him. Looks like chat seems to feel like Natami Z's a bit in the lead. They've really been retracing each other's footsteps. The only thing where they've really diverged was Dotzo doing Gerudo Valley real early. That seems to have put him at just a slight lag behind.
And he also didn't find hookshot early, so...
Oh, you are right. Skipped the Dompe Digging to get that hookshot.
Other than that, they've been doing quite about the same stuff.
Yeah, that 3-song route. They've both been sticking to it pretty tightly. Huh, and Dotzo... Is he gambling on skulls? Oh, no, farming some bombs. Okay.
Yeah.
Thought he might be headed to get that skull back there, and that's a real pain in the backside skull to even get to, so that seemed a bit odd to me.
Alright. Oh, Zelda's Lullaby on Minuet. Well then. That does put Ice Cavern in logic. Now that we have Zelda's Lullaby.
It looks like ATZ opting to Death Warp. And Dotzo getting ready to go down and fight King Dodongo. This seed. I'm not sure what to think of it. We don't have enough information yet. We haven't seen stone, and we haven't seen quite a few things that we're gonna need. Haven't seen a bow yet, which is a bit odd. Hammer's still hiding. Boomerang's still hiding.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what all's gonna be needed this seed.
I will point out that ATZ did not actually dip fire to check that first chest. So, who knows whether Hammer is actually in the Fire Temple.
Yeah, that is a possibility. I'm wondering if only having the 4 hearts there impacted that decision. If he didn't want to risk taking the time to go down there and possibly not making it. His movement is excellent, but that is... I don't remember if that's something that is actually doable on just 3 or 4 hearts.
Yeah, it does look like he would have a really hard time with that.
But ATZ is now headed to do the Zora fountain checks and ice caverns. Headed up to Zora's fountain, fairy fountain, and Dotzo turning in skulls. Just a heart piece. Oh my! Well,
There's the hammer. Well,
I'm wondering if he bails on ice caverns and just heads straight. Well, looks like not. Probably
maybe
still
not,
wanting
because
that song.
he does. If I know ATZ, he really prioritizes songs, so he's gonna stick around for it. Especially since he doesn't have Requiem yet.
We have not seen any tunics or wallet upgrades, so fire and water are not in logic yet, but they are still quite accessible to these guys. And ATZ showing off swimming with boots.
I wonder if he's gonna have enough time to get out of this, because... Oof.
And there is a strategy where you can walk partway up still using the boots. So that you aren't just floating up. It does move you closer to the surface a little faster.
There we go.
Okay, and Dotzo in Goron City, headed to left side of maze. And ATZ now in the ice caverns.
He hasn't put on the, he hasn't equipped the Bigoron sword yet.
Dotzo getting some bomb chews from left side maze. It's not essential progression, but they are kinda handy. Dotzo now fighting with Link the Goron. And opting to equip those chews he just got to make this a little simpler. ATZ in the Silver Ruby room of Ice Caverns. The one with the spinning blade. Not the one with the blocks.
Yeah. I wonder how we'll handle that block room. You'll do ground jump strat or the glitchless strat.
My prediction would be ground jumps, but honestly, I haven't watched him do Ice Caverns enough times to remember what his typical approach is.
I've seen Dotzo do that room. He usually does the glitchless one where you hop from the edges and grab onto the ledge.
Dotzo doing some of those checks in the crater. Getting a bomb refill on top for the bean heart piece. And grabbing that vanilla bolero. As far as I am aware, using Dins on Link the Goron is not in logic. Could be mistaken on that. There are some things that I don't know about, but I don't believe so.
Yeah, that's right, because you could use the fire to explode those bomb flowers. That's right. Alright, so Dotzo going... Yeah, Dotzo going for that first check. Sorry.
Both of us catching that at the same time. You're fine, you're fine.
Oh, key.
Yep, so progressing in fire is an option.
The good thing is, fire isn't a stone dungeon, but deep fire could still have something.
But Dotzo doesn't have the hammer yet, so he's not. Even if he does find the boss key, I'm not really going to be able to do much with it just yet. Still has to go to Zora's Fountain, Fairy Fountain, in order to get that hammer.
The cracked walls can be opened with boot. What?
Oh, you're just learning of this?
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yup, for some reason, blue fire explodes the mud walls.
So you just pour blue fire over it and it just cracks?
Pretty
It
much,
blows
yeah.
chunks everywhere? Oh my god.
Yeah, there's ample evidence that this game is held together with bubblegum and prayers. Oh, and ATZ grabbing the bomb, so he is going ground jump strats. Okay, and Dotzo warping out of the fire temple to the Bolero spot. And ATZ in the block puzzle room, and oh, very nearly falling off the edge there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but he actually wanted to do that to get onto that ledge.
We are seeing definitely some interesting execution today.
Yeah. Still getting trolled by those keys.
Both of these runners seem to maybe, be feeling the nerves a little bit, because this is loser's bracket. Whoever loses today is knocked out of the tournament.
Mm.
And we're seeing minor execution errors from both of them, which could be a sign of nerves. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out my butt. Okay, and Anatomy Z headed into the final room in Ice Caverns, fighting the big mean puppy. Let's see what's in Iron Boot's chest and what song we get for the cavern. Dotzo running around the crater. Bow. And
There's the
Requiem.
bow. Wow. That is exactly what ATZ wanted to see. Maybe not exactly, but the bow is definitely useful.
Yes, that is some useful stuff. Yeah, stacked adult Zora fountain. Or not necessarily adult. You could do you can do the fairy fountain check as a child. But yes, Zora's Fountain and Ice Caverns. We are seeing some goods here today. And ATZ headed out, presumably to go thaw King Zorus. Let's see what he's got for us today. If he's got progression as well. Oh my. Dotzo headed back to the Lost Woods. Hammer was in the fairy fountain in Zora's Fountain. And ATZ headed to Spirit.
So I believe ATZ only has 3 Go Mode items left. He needs Magic, Longshot, and Boomerang.
Light.
And then light arrows after that, so that there'll be 4.
Yeah. But this is fast Ganon, so they will be able to get a hint if light arrows don't come up in their path.
Mm-hmm. Who knows? Maybe this will be a sub 3 seed.
And Dotzo checking out what's down here in Sacred Forest Meadow in the Puppy Grotto. Oh goodness, I am hearing the wind kick up outside my house. Hopefully nothing goes sideways. We are here on ZSR2, so yes, this is a Randobot 2 seed. Randobot 2. Much kinder than its elder brother. Okay. So, Dotzo headed up now to get the song at the Minuet check. And ATZ headed in, is just past the boulder room in Spirit. And getting a slingshot upgrade. So Dotzo now has his Zelda's Lullaby. And looks to be death warping out of here. ATZ headed into the mirror room. Chat is giving their predictions on where Boomerang is hiding.
Shadow Temple Bongo? Oof.
That would be very unkind. But possible. Based on our current knowledge of what's where anyway. ATZ's stream is a bit choppy, and unfortunately there's not really anything I can do about that on this end.
Dropping those frames.
Okay, and starting the climb up into Spirit Temple now. Dotzo, checking Royal Tomb now. Gonna see what song's hiding in there. He's probably still curious where his Requiem is at. Not gonna find it in here, though. Any predictions on what we're gonna see in Composer Grave for the song?
Could be vanilla.
Could be. We haven't seen Sun Song yet.
Or it will be the Song of Storms to open up the well. Yet, another area. Oh, it's Serenade. Oof.
The most useless of the warp songs. Okay, and just to keep you guys in the loop, it is downpouring at my house right now. I don't think I need to worry about electricity or internet dropping out, but I hear the wind picking up and we've got quite a rainstorm going on outside, so if things cut out, I deeply apologize. But I figured I should mention it just in case. I am in a part of the country where it rains a lot, so all the infrastructure here is pretty well ready for rain. And ATZ taking care of the a new buy? Question mark? In
floaty
Spirit.
guys.
Well, I know the singular is Anubis. I'm not sure what the plural is.
Maybe there wasn't intended to be a plural, since Anubis is only the name.
Yeah, that is, you're right, that is a proper name. At least originally. I think my cat is getting scared. She's climbing on me now.
Oh boy.
Pardon kitty noises. And Anatomy Z continuing to work his way through Spirit, but not really finding much useful stuff in there. Fighting the Iron Knuckle. And Dotzo headed up to Zora's domain as adult now, likely headed to Ice Caverns himself. Let's hope he remembers to duck into the... Or maybe not?
Yeah, he's doing the setup for hover boots going into the
I haven't
waterfall.
seen the setup on
Got
that
it?
side.
Yep.
Huh. Cool.
Yep.
Part of the fun of watching these races is you learn some new tech if you're a scrub like me.
Oh, definitely. I always learn at least one new thing from watching a race. It's a definite recommendation if you're new to Ocarina of Time Randomizer. Or glitchless running in general.
Oh, the wall without long shot. Everyone's
Feels
favorite.
bad, man.
Yep. But ATZ making it up without incident.
And without holding Z. Eek.
And Dotzo headed into the Zora's fountain, fairy fountain. How many times can I say that tongue twister?
Zora's fountain, fairy fountain?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yep, about to get his own hammer. Yep, I do suspect that Dotzo is headed into Ice Caverns. That seems to be the logical thing to do here. Probably also going to check the two freestanding heart pieces here in the fountain. And ATZ getting near the end of Spirit Temple. Setting it up so that he can get to the boss shortly by turning those mirrors around. Dotzo getting that downgraded recovery heart from a heart piece.
Sticking through it to the end. That's good.
And Dotzo is choosing to not sink down to the bottom. We know that there's nothing useful down there, but he doesn't. Major checks that Dotzo has done that ATZ has not. Nothing that's been rewarding. Dotzo did opt to do the Gerudo Valley child checks right at the very beginning, right immediately after Open Grotto, but there was nothing useful out there and he ended up just resetting. So Dotzo is now cruising through Ice Cavern, Natamizi fighting Naburu, and about to head over to Twinrova, I believe.
I don't think ATZ found anything useful in Spirit Temple.
No, there's nothing he used in there. He may come back as child to see if there's anything, but
It's too bad because Spirit Temple is the dungeon with the most items.
there are a lot of checks there, so it is disappointing to get a barren Spirit Temple. But
We might have to come back as child to do the Spirit Child checks.
there are those 2 child-only checks, and there are the fire-locked checks that weren't doable right now. ATZ does not have Din's. Dotzo got Din's earlier. That is the one thing that Dotzo has an edge on. But neither of them have magic just yet, so can't use any of it.
That's right. I wonder if the spirit being is gonna troll them this time. That gives runners a pretty hard time.
Oh yeah. That one's kind of a pain to route in. Kitty. I love you, but calm down. My cat is, she's nervous. Or something.
No.
And Anatomy Z taking out Twin Rova, Dotzo making his way through ice caverns. We know he's going to find some goodies at the end, but there's not really anything useful on the way there. Just a recovery heart. Yes, the fire checks in Spirit are doable as a child without magic, but as an adult...
And there is a method to do them as adult. If you have the bow, you can push the Armos on the child side up the stairs, then get on top of it once it's at the top, and shoot down through the torch onto the lower torches and light them.
Dotzo doing the glitchless setup there, not doing the ground jump. That was some sweet execution there.
Yeah, watching this is always really good. It looks so smooth.
Mm-hmm. And Anatomy Z headed into fire now. And we'll get to see what's behind the boss door loop, since Dotzo did not have hammer when he went in there earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And even without magic, still taking those spin attacks and getting those fire slugs taken care of in that first room. And since we have not found skull, or we have not found stone, we have no idea if skulls are needed or not, so ATZ, grabbing the ones that are in his path. And switching back over to the Master Sword, because for whatever reason, Flame Dancers are not weak to the Goron Sword.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the few instances where Master Sword is more potent than the Goron Sword. And
I want to say that's a mistake for the programming, but who knows what the intentions of Nintendo were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Dotzo does now have his bow and a Requiem. And looks to be throwing the iron boots on to go check and see what's down in the bottom of the fountain.
Well, I didn't get boss key early, so Anatomy Z will have to go deeper into fire.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because we saw the first 3 hammerless checks done by Dotzo earlier, so we know that there isn't going to be the boss key here on the bottom level. It is going to be required to go on the upper level of fire somewhere. It's not on the first floor.
Playing Zelda's Lullaby for a stone to get a fairy. Very useful. Oh, and that sync up. Wow. Both getting a fairy at the same time. At least on my end. Because ATZ is kind of lagging behind.
If you want to refresh yours.
I did before, but
Let me
it didn't.
see what's going on with them on the restream. I can check on the dashboard and see.
Because I got ATZ about 5 seconds behind dotzo.
He is
With
a
the timer.
smidge lagged. I'm gonna refresh him real quick. Hopefully nothing breaks, and hopefully we don't get another ad.
Monka S.
Oh, we get another ad. Just gonna mute that real quick. Sorry. I was trying to get it synced up, but... Sorry about that. Okay, and Dotzo now that he has the hammer coming in and checking to see if there is anything interesting in the boss key loop. You know he's not going to find anything nice there, but you know.
Yeah.
So they are both digging into fire now. And since they're both doing sections that the other has done, we're likely gonna see these guys getting pretty close to each other going through here.
The only thing is that ATZ has an entire spirit temple completed ahead of dotzo.
That is quite the edge right now. I was just meaning here in the fire temple itself.
Oh, right,
That
right.
we'll likely see them being pretty similar in where they're at.
Come on, ATZ, you can make it.
Oh, it's so close.
Oh boy.
So close.
Oh jeez. Oh, he made it. 3 seconds left on the timer.
That was a close one. Goodness. Wondering if his heart rate went up there a little bit, or if he was confident that he was going to be able to make it through in time. Starting to push the block and then remembering, oh yeah.
Yeah,
bombs.
that might have been intentional because he can get the bomb far away from the crystal so that it doesn't activate, and that does save him a bit of time. Not having to watch the cutscene.
Ah yes, chat wondering if something will be at Scarecrow, since neither of these guys have been to the lake as a child just yet. Dotzo had the opportunity to, but opted to reset. To warp back to child.
He
Link's
doesn't even have the hook shot yet, so.
True.
Dotzo getting in at 5 seconds left.
And these are not healthy boys today, which, as I mentioned earlier, it's kind of a good gauge for how much or how little the seed was being friendly. If it's giving you a lot of gear instead of hearts, you end the runs with fewer heart pieces. Or pardon, with fewer hearts overall. Oh, Dotzo getting snagged there on the chain a little bit.
There's the boss key.
Okay, it is not Scarecrow locked tonight. And ATZ resetting to head straight down. Dotzo just collecting keys. He's gonna find that boss key here momentarily, though. Oh, my mistake. He still has this one yet to save. On this floor. So ATZ does have that backup fairy, so the timer when fighting the boss here is going to be less of a threat. You still with me here, bronies?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Just thinking of how many checks we have left in fire. Because we have, I would say...
Several.
Yeah. 2, 3, 5... I want to say 5 left? Or no, 6 left.
Scarecrow shortcut above the maze.
It's the highest score on the hammer chest and the compass chest.
I believe that's what it is.
Yeah.
6 more checks.
Yep.
Plus the boss heart itself.
I wasn't counting items, so I don't know how many there are left.
I wasn't counting either.
So we'll see if Deepfire ends up having an item or not.
And ATZ preparing there. Gonna be taking that death with the fairy.
There goes his first contingency fairy.
I'm glad that term has caught on.
Yeah, I remember hearing it back when I was first watching races.
I tend to call them contingency fairies because I like to joke that they're, you know, my backup plan. I appreciate that phrase has caught on.
Yeah. Alright, so Dotzo doing 2 of the 6 checks that we mentioned. So
yeah, opting to
to
continue looking in fire as opposed to just rushing out. And just a recovery heart on the boss heart. That is a serious downgrade.
So I think we've seen... I remember seeing 3 items right now, so... I think that's leaves 3 other items left.
Yep, Dotzo resetting now to head back and presumably go fight the boss. ATZ leaving the area.
Gonna do these 2 fairies right here.
Yeah, that is most likely what he is up to. And Dotzo headed over to get a fairy. Or possibly realizing that he already has one.
He just wants to play it safe.
Extra fairies are always nice. Might also be wanting some bombs, because there was only the 7 there. I'm using the backwalking strat to get over the ledge there.
Alright,
Why
let's
is
see what's in
Dotzo's
this.
file name ATZ? Who knows?
Wanted to see if he could rub off on some of ATZ's luck.
Could be, could be. But luck was not really with him yesterday. I was not
That's
able to catch
right.
that whole race because of work, unfortunately, but...
yeah, it was a
didn't go in his
really
favor.
close one. Yeah.
Yeah, lowest seeded in the brackets match is Glitchamon, knocking ATZ out and messing up lots of people's bracket predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Although reinforcing a few as well who are wanting to see the run back through loser's bracket. But yeah, whoever loses today is out of the tournament at this point. This is loser's bracket. They both have one loss, and it is double elim.
Mm-hmm.
ATZ getting those chews from left side maze. Dotzo making quick work of Volvaja.
So that's the 4th item in fire. I believe there's 2 items left.
And ATZ headed back. I believe he didn't actually do the check for Requiem earlier, so he may be coming back to get the song here.
Oh, that's right, he didn't. And it's Minuet, huh. So interesting to note that GTG isn't in Logic yet. He doesn't have the long shot or opponents.
Yep, and Reversed Wasteland isn't in Logic. But he may just be about to do that anyway. Oh, or is gonna check that fairy fountain first.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't surprise me if he Reverse Wastelands. He may just decide to go for Stone Forest before going GTG. What would a Nat do is usually head for progression dungeons, as opposed to mini dungeons or optionals.
That's right, I always carry my WWATZD bracelet around with me.
He does tend to set the meta. Being one of the top tier racers, as we've seen, ending up top seed in the tournament here.
He's waiting. I'm guessing he's waiting for nightfall.
Could be if he's wanting to get some Skulltulas.
He looked up at the sun, checking on his time.
Yeah, I'm curious what the approach is. Or is he? I believe there's a strat to make the posts appear differently when going into the sandstorm. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm not sure what the difference is.
I do not know. I cannot do Reverse Wasteland myself. I just finally recently learned how to do regular forward through the wasteland lensless.
I actually I looked up how to do it, and I learned Reverse Wasteland, but I was doing a race once, and I had to do forward lensless Wasteland, and I actually couldn't do that, even though I could do Reverse Wasteland. So I was trying to gauge it from like turn around my camera so I could gauge it from behind and try to do it backwards. That did not work out too well for me.
So we've got Dotzo in the adult shooting gallery right now, knocking that out fast. Let's see. And just a Deku shield to show for it. Yeah, I learned Lensless Wasteland in a race as well, using Scatter's tricks video. If you haven't haven't watched that, it has a lot of really useful stuff if you're trying to learn how to get better at the various tricks that are permitted in the accessible rule set.
Yeah, I looked it up. I found a video that does both ways in sort of a box-ish fashion that uses backwalking and side hops, along with angle turns.
Okay, and ATZ fighting the Gerudo guards now, working to free them, free the carpenters. I'm curious where Dotzo's gonna decide to head. He's still lacking that hook shot from Child Cac from Dompe digging. Oh, is opting to do opponentless pose. Or maybe not.
Oh, he's doing Tech Grotto. He knows that's what tripped up ATZ last time, so maybe he's banking on... Yeah,
did ATZ come here already? I want to say he didn't, but did he?
I don't think he did.
I remember we saw him leaving the Temple of Time and we were predicting that he was going to head over here, but I don't think he did.
That's just a blue rupee. Maybe Dotzo was banking on the fact that it would screw him over again, but fortunately he wasn't that lucky.
Yeah, there's always the hope, but never any guarantees. We're
Let's see if Dotzo goes over to...
and still have no magic.
See if Dotzo goes on to Child 2 now. I think there's still Adult 1 for him, if I'm not mistaken.
I want to say you're right, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Not a lot of switching between ages going on.
Huh? Oh, Dotzo headed to the lake.
Presumably to set the Scarecrow.
I would figure. There's not really much other reason for him to go out there right now.
Yeah. Doesn't have scale or...
Kokiri
both scales.
sword.
Kokiri sword, yeah.
And not really much to be done out here besides. Check that. But likely is also gonna check the bombable grotto just outside Lake Hylia in the field. I don't believe they had bombs just yet when they hit the open grotto right at the beginning of this seed. And ATZ fighting more guards. Oh, looks like Dotzo's grabbing some bugs and equipping the bean, so he may think that his hook shot is hidden somewhere, possibly locked behind the bean spot here. So it looks like he's setting up the lake for being easier without the hook shot. Yes, my cat is the third co-commentator today.
Oh yeah. Just heard him.
Yeah, she's noisy.
Oh. Yeah, I have my door closed so my cats can't get in.
If I shut the door, then she screams at the door, and it's way more distracting than if I just let her sit here next to me.
Oh.
So Anatomy Z now inside GTG, checking things out here, and also yes, checking the scrub outside Lake Hylia.
Now, the
ATZ finding a
GTG
quiver.
Yeah, the GTG play on ATZ's side, that kind of seems sort of crazy because let's guess on where opponent's song. Let's say it's on Prelude, so we would need to do Force Medallion before to do that, and
No, but
that
we
means
can't.
he would.
Longshot can, or wherever Longshot's intended to be, can't be locked behind the water temple. Can't be locked
Right,
behind
so
that forest medallion.
so he could find the boomerang here.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, if opponent's song is on Ocarina of Time, then he could find the long shot here. But that would mean he would have to do Shadow and Force.
Mm-hmm. To be in logic, anyway. We know
Right.
that logic is useful information for these runners, but not essential. There are plenty of sequence breaks. And Dotzo seems to be, again, gambling on beans, setting up the bean out here in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Hook is on Dompe digging, which Dotzo still has not done, obviously.
Let's see if he does Child Spirit, though. Because he's right here. He has the slingshot equipped.
And we haven't seen those child checks here yet. ATZ went through and cleared adult. And Dotzo, for security, switching over to the non-burnable shield.
Yep. Those keys can be troublesome in that one room.
And chat saying that Dotzo tends to do the Dompe digging check on Child 2 anyway, so
Yeah.
maybe it's not too out of the ordinary for him to not have taken care of it just yet. Grabbing those recovery heart drops though, because took a bit of damage there fighting the Armos. ATZ continuing to work way through GTG. Is at the eye statue now, shooting those. And Dotzo is just knocking the bridge down in Child Spirit.
Alright, Child Spirit check number 1. Let's see what it is. Just a key. Gonna do the fast Anubis strat. Skip the cutscene.
Huh, I've never seen that one before. That's new.
I learned it a while ago. Watching ATZ do it. I believe that was actually in his routing video.
So nothing of note in Child Spirit there. A key and some bomb chews. So now
We'll see what
Dotzo's
the
heading back
bean
out so
has
he can
to
get
offer.
whatever song is out there, I suspect.
ATZ finding magic on the Ring of Fire check in GTG though.
Ooh, that is a big deal in this particular seed.
Magic is required in any seed, so let's see. I wonder if we'll find the other magic though.
It could be somewhere a little bit on the freer side, but goodness, that is gonna be very useful. Although ATZ still doesn't have a fire source.
That's right.
It will be essential
That's-
for having those light arrows later on in the game, but
Definitely. Dotzo going to do deeper Child Spirit though. He's probably going up to do the sunblock.
Which will be new information for us as commentators and get us just that much closer to no mode, where we know all the details that the runners have not yet discovered.
I just realized Dotzo didn't do the Spirit Temple before. He's just dipping into it now.
Yeah, this is first trip in. And ATZ headed to the toilet. Does have iron boots, does have Song of Time, so not a required double dip in here. And Dotzo doing some of the checks in Spirit that we were not able to see earlier due to lack of fire source. And not wanting to spend quite a lot of time
Alright,
dragging that
ATZ.
Armos around.
You got 38 seconds. Let's see you do this toilet fast. Ugh, spit on my monitor.
Whoops.
Oh boy.
Well, if all else fails, you float to the top and you rinse and repeat. Looks like you may be doing that to reset the timer. Or, no.
Or not? No. Oof. Now these silver rupees at the bottom, I always have trouble trying to get them because when I'm Z-swimming on the bottom, it just seems just a little bit higher than that so that I can't get them. You just have to fight against the current. And I'm just not able to do that efficiently.
Man, ATZ pressing his luck with timers today. Oh my.
2 seconds.
2
How
seconds
dare it.
remaining.
Just a key. He could have skipped that.
Hopefully Dotzo checks this chest in here. I want to know what's here. Okay, now he's starting to take out the BMOS to get those. Or, oh, no, he already.
Ah, just a nice trap. Oh.
And headed up to.
Oh boy. Gold gauntlets on ATZ. The BMOS chest.
That may be important, maybe not.
Will the Ganon's Castle Fairy have something? It's had the long shot before.
Rob, the map chest contained a key. If you're
Ganon's
talking
Castle-
about the map chest in Spirit.
Yeah. Ganon's Castle Fairy has trolled a lot of racers before in some of the other races. Most notably Qualifier 2, I believe, that had the long shot.
And Dotzo resetting to save that key. Didn't get anything useful behind the Iron Knuckle.
That's unfortunate.
And Dotzo now getting Minuet, but can't really do much with it because he still lacks the hook shot.
Yeah. And there's our last check for GGG. So far, we only found gold gauntlets and a second bow.
Yeah.
And magic. And magic.
And magic. Yes, magic makes it important.
Now, if ATZ finds Din's Fire from Bombchu Bowling, he has the means to full clear Shadow. But will he be baited into it? We'll find out.
And Dotzo just getting that arrow refill. And save warping. The rundown on this seed, oh my. Very, very stacked early game. We got a lot of progression right out the gate. But none of it was enough to clear anything.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of speculation that can be done behind finding magic in GTG and the placement of both the long shot and opponent's song.
And ATZ finding Nehru's love, but not gonna need it. Ah, Dotzo is doing the slingshot check in the Lost Woods. We'll be able to see what's on that. That'll be new information for us.
Alright, Deco Scrub, what have you got for us? Bigger wallet.
Okay, well that finally puts fire into logic. They've both already beat it. Or wait, no.
Yeah.
Did Dotzo? It's not marked that he did, but I thought he had.
No, he marked it on his tracker. He hasn't marked, so yeah, he did.
Okay, come on, trackers.
Gonna stay on top of that. Alright, so what's ATZ's next move? Is he gonna do Forest Temple? Meanwhile, Dotzo's setting up the Goron City pot.
And ATC hitting up Forest, Stone Forest at that.
Yeah.
You're still needing that boomerang, we're still needing that long shot.
It's good that he has magic now because he can use Forest Wind on the door after the block push puzzle.
Was that just the other hook shot?
That was the long shot. Oh my god.
Ooh, we almost to no mode now.
Wow.
Okay.
I thought I saw that before in one of the other matches of was that the one between ATZ and Runner Guy?
I'm not sure, but I swear I
No.
genned a new seed for these racers today.
What was that one? Which match was that? I can't remember.
Oh, Dotzo going adult again. Not gonna get that long shot upgrade just yet.
It was ATZ versus Runner Guy. Oh my god.
Yeah, so now we know where both hook shots are, because each runner has grabbed a different one.
Yeesh.
But we'd still really like to know where that boomerang's hiding.
That's right. I'm wondering if the flashbacks are gonna keep going, if we're gonna see Boomerang on the compass chest in fire.
We did get the compass chest checked in fire. Or wait, no, we didn't. We got the map.
No, we didn't. They didn't go that far.
Yeah, we got the map.
We got the map.
Ooh, Dotzo getting fire arrows on the arch heart piece in the desert.
It doesn't have magic.
Spirit. Yeah, but it's still useful. It's still nifty to have.
Once he finds magic, then he can make some use out of it.
So both hookshot upgrades. One of them is on Dompe Digging, the other is on Goron City Spinning Pot. So each of these runners found a different hookshot upgrade. And they need to find the other to get their long shot. Chat, again, thinking up some worst case scenarios for these runners.
Oh boy.
Chat's very good at thinking up worst case scenarios.
Oh, definitely. And if they can't do it, then Randobot 1 can do it for us.
Well, this is a Randobot 2 seed. We are on ZSR 2 today.
Thank God.
Squad 2 in the house today.
Yeah, 2 hours in and still haven't found Stone of Agony.
And at this point, we're not really sure if we want to.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, chat's pointing out, we still haven't done Skull Mask. We haven't seen that from either of these runners.
That's right.
And that is another extremely early check. Very minimal gatekeeping from that one.
It doesn't need any items to check it. Just needs to go back and forth between Market and Kakariko.
Just some patience.
Once Mountain's Egg gets shuffled in the races, then it'll start being a very difficult check to make.
Oh, I do not look forward to those days. Give me my song sanities.
Yeah.
Not shuffled egg.
Oh, it's gonna feel so weird not being able to do Zelda's Lullaby as the first song check.
Well, there's always the possibility that egg will just be somewhere free. Lately, I've been generating the daily seeds, and had some fun recently with shuffled egg seeds, trying to get it in some unpleasant places, and the randomizer really wants to put it somewhere useful.
You know what? That also locks opponents on, because you need Mountain's Egg to wake up Talon so that they can go back to Lon Lon Ranch. Oh my god.
Yep, and same with Saria. You need to have met with Zelda to put Saria in the meadow.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 whole songs are locked behind that, as well as Talon's chickens.
Rip Tri-Song. Jesus.
Yep. Okay, and Dotzo trying to get up onto the hand there. Not really sure what his approach is right now. ATZ getting another heart. And there's that boss key. Dotzo got the Spirit Temple boss key now.
That's good.
ATZ continuing deeper into forest. Setting up warp point now.
I just looked at Dotzo's item screen. Did he not have Din's Fire? Because I looked at his spells and I saw Ferora's Wind and Nero's Love, but not Din's Fire.
I thought he got it, but we may have been mistaken.
He has Din's Fire on his tracker, but not Nero's Love, but I thought I saw it differently on his inventory screen.
We'll have to keep an eye on that. If necessary, I can let our trackers know if any errors have been made. And Dotzo picking up some more money and Nero refill.
Good time save by ATZ. Doing that shortcut with Ferora's Wind.
another slingshot.
Whoa, the other two slingshots in Spirit Temple. Wow.
Yep, Dotzo getting ready to do the, doing some, mirror shield checks in Spirit. We'll be, heading up the final climb here shortly. ATZ doing some Poe fights. Just took down the red Poe. I'm sorry, I'm not a true Zelda fan. I can't remember the names. Can't remember which is which.
I remember someone said the names were a reference to something, but I forgot what.
They are referenced to the book Little Women, but I can't remember who's who, or even what all of the names are.
I know the green one is Amy. Someone pointed that out before.
I think the purple one is Meg, but I could be entirely wrong. Amy, Beth, Meg, and Joelle. I think those are them, but I don't know which colors are which one.
Red's Joelle and Beth is blue. Inky Blinky, Amy and Meg. Oh, Pac-Man
Chat.
Oh god. Oh my god.
And they're ghosts. We really should start calling them that. It works too well. Oh my.
Oh my god.
Okay, and I'm gonna, as much as I want to see if anything awesome is in Forest, I'm gonna step away for just a moment to grab a quick snack. I will be back shortly. Is that alright, guys?
Yeah, this seems fun.
Okay, be back as soon as I can.
Alright guys, this is our chance. Take over the stream! Cause madness! Cause a rampage! Rise up, gamers! Get another empty bottle on ATZ. Fortunately, it wasn't the bottle with the letter in it, so he didn't have to bail out of Forest. Oh boy. Meanwhile, Dotzo's just starting his Twin Rover fight, hoping he'll get some good RNG. Whoa. A bit of graphical glitch right there. Yep, the other hook shot was on the spinning pot. So both of these racers each have a different hook shot. So we'll see who gets both first. So HCZ found magic in GTG. And I don't think he found anything of use inside Forest, so we'll see very soon if Forest Temple was a complete waste or not.
Okay, did I miss anything?
No. Dotzo just finished Twin Rova, so he's gonna get the
Fire medallion
whatever
there.
medallion. Fire medallion, yep. And ATZ is just about to do Phantom Cannon.
Ah, okay. Having a bit of trouble with that chest there.
Yeah. So Dotzo's next move, it looks like he's gonna do Reverse Wasteland and go to GGG.
So he'll be getting his magic here soon as well.
Yeah, so both runners doing GGG, even though they know that it's not in logic as of now.
But we have no idea where that boomerang's hiding, so it could be on Phantom Cannon or on Bongo Bongo or in any number of other places.
That's right.
And Dotzo just cruising on through the wasteland. He does not have magic in order to check the wasteland outpost. He's on his way to magic. We know magic's hiding in GTG.
Right. Alright.
Yes, we
Moment
do
of
know where-
truth. Will Forest Temple be a complete waste, or will Phantom Ganon have something? Just a bottle.
Yeah. But for all we know, Song of Storms could be on Ocarina. There could be
Oof.
something in the well. We don't know if this is going to turn into an AD seed or not. This was a Randobot 2 seed, and it is, you know, it's only made a few seeds for us so far, but they've been not terrible. One of them was quite generous.
Maybe ATZ is going back to Child. Maybe we'll go do Child Goron City and find the long shot.
Hopefully.
Oh, but he's skipping Ganon's Castle Ferry. Uh-oh.
Maybe he forgot he got those goldens. This cutscene here, maybe that'll remind him.
Yeah.
He is
Right
not
in his
playing
face.
in black and white like Mike Katz is.
Oof.
Mike has confirmed to folks who have watched his races that, yeah, no, he's watching it in black and white too. It isn't just the outgoing feed.
Dotzo having some trouble with the Gerudo Thief. Not able to do the hookshot strat.
Yeah, they are being fussy right now. Ah, Anatomy Z working on child masks. And about to take on Bombchu Bowling now. I believe that's where Dins was at.
So speaking of child masks, in the last race that I commentated, which was between Mike Katz and Let's Clay, White Cat's ran into a bug when he was trying to get the skull mask. He bought the Keaton mask again, and it ended up in a soft lock.
That unfortunately is a known problem.
Yeah.
On earlier builds. I'm not sure if they've fixed that by 3.0 now. I believe they have, but I could be mistaken on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know that that was a known problem earlier on. Rob Dog's in chat. He's one of the devs, confirming it has been fixed.
Good.
So, one of the sad things about using tourney build, which is, in rando terms, a bit ancient. But we did want to keep consistency through this tournament. We didn't want to switch different versions for different races. We did change the settings string for brackets, but we didn't want to switch to an entirely different version of rando.
Mm-hmm.
So we're using an older build, but if you were playing the North American Weekly yesterday or the European Weekly this morning, those are now being made, those are 3.0 seeds.
Yep.
Anatomy Z is going to show us the Hyrule Castle Fairy Fountain. I don't believe we've seen that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for us as watchers to hit no mode, we need boomerang and light arrows. No idea where they might be.
Yeah. Ugh. So ATZ got Din's Fire. We'll see if he goes to Shadow right after this.
I got those ice arrows. Those are the most useful thing that you could get.
Ice arrows, or as we like to call them, blue fire arrows.
I know y'all want that to be a thing. I'm not sure the devs are going to be able to pull that off. That seems like that seems like
tricky.
A bit much. I'm not sure they'd want to, even if they could.
Yeah, quite a bit of modding on that side. Yeah.
Dotzo got hookshot in Goron City on the spinning pot. That is where the other hookshot upgrade is. So we as watchers know where both halves of the long shot are, but these two racers have different pieces.
Yeah, if ATZ routes in Goron City once he's done with Lost Woods, it seems like he will get his long shot.
I would suspect that that's going to be part of what he's up to now, but it's hard to know.
Doesn't have Skull Mask though, so he'll have to hold that off.
Yep. Oh, looks like he is gonna be able to check here. Also, Darunia. Did Dotzo check Darunia earlier?
Yeah, Dotzo did check Darunia.
Okay. So, ATZ's next play is probably going to be warp to the temple, go adult, hit up water. Yep. Since he'll be able to full clear it, I believe. Then we're just going to be waiting on that that boomerang.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, ATZ lighting up the torches, so we'll shortly be getting that long shot. Dotzo, about to head towards the like room in GTG.
Right.
And even someone as skilled as ATZ, accidentally chatting with Navi when he didn't want to.
Yep.
She had something to say.
Still waiting for Navi hints to be turned into something useful, but
There
someday.
we go. We have long shot.
So once ATZ finishes up water and he gets the song, I'm betting the song will point him in the right direction. And will make his next step. If it's Song of Storms, then he'll go check the well. And if it's Epona's, then he'll make those checks next.
Looks like ATZ is heading out to set his Scarecrow song. Maybe, because he doesn't have scale, he can't get the bottle or go into Zora's domain. Hopefully he hasn't forgotten that. Looks like he wants to get that Scarecrow song. That Boomerang might be behind Song of Storms. Or it
Who
might be
knows
behind,
what that boomerang is?
could be locked in the Redead grave that you have to play Sun Song on. If we're coming up with worst case scenarios for our wonderful runners here. Yep, and yes, neither of these runners have done Deep Fire, so it's possible the Boomerang could be hiding out there.
Hammer
Dotzo
chest,
about to get his
boomerang.
magic here in this room. Chat coming up with some interesting scenarios for how bad things could be for these runners. Chat's very good at coming up with worst case scenarios.
Yeah, chat's very sadistic.
And now Dotzo has magic too.
There's a cat.
Yeah, that's a cat. She's mad at me because I'm, talking to you folks and not
Oh no.
giving her my undivided attention.
attention.
I can actually show chat what she looks like.
Oh.
It's my teenager kitty cat. She is not a youngster anymore, so she's a little bit cranky when I don't give her attention.
Oh.
So, Anatomy Z going back adults. Most likely prepping up for Water Temple.
Come on, ATZ, check that fairy. Don't go straight. There you go.
We don't know what's in Fairy. That's the point. We want to know.
Yeah.
That strength upgrade was here in GTG, right? Or am I misremembering?
Yeah, it was the BMOS chest.
Okay. So Dotzo will be finding that shortly as well.
ATZ did not check the fairy. Well then.
Okay.
But he is checking the Tech Grotto. Oh.
Yep, we know there's nothing important there, but when those spots bite you in the ass like that, you do not ignore them for a good number of runs afterwards. Something trolls you that hard.
Yeah, unfortunately it might turn into the fairy, the Ganon's Castle fairy.
It's possible there's something out there. We don't know. We haven't seen the stone yet, so we have no idea what hints might be.
That's right. And it looks looks like he's gonna backwalk over to Gerudo Valley.
Huh.
He didn't check those two.
Oh, looks like he's headed to the
Shouch.
lake. He's angled towards the lake right now.
He doesn't. He does have Serenade though, so
I know.
he could have
Why
just
isn't he using it? Oh, no. Turning towards GTG. Or the valley, at least. Oh, did he not check Hammer Rocks earlier? I believe one of them did. I'm not sure the other.
He did check the Hammer Rocks, but he didn't check the crate and the waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
And he could also check the Wasteland chest.
Well, he can't check the crate as an adult. He could check the waterfall.
Yeah.
I believe that
thought
one
you
is
could-
also accessible as adult.
I thought you could reach that crate with the long shot. The precise aim, but
Oh, there are
Could be
plenty of tricks
mistaken.
that I'm not familiar with. And
going
Dotzo
back into
piecing out of there.
GTG. Huh. What could ATC be going back in GTG for?
I don't know. Did he not? Did he not clear everything? Was he not sure if he cleared everything?
Oh, we forgot two things in here.
Oh, those got overlooked. And this is why he's top tier, because he's got better memory than us for what he's checked.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is, nope, toilet's already been checked.
Yep.
We have already been flushed this seed.
Mm-hmm. Dotzo doing the Lake Hylia checks for adult. We haven't seen those yet.
I did get that bean planted, so even though he does now have the hook shot, can get around. And now Anatomy Z using Serenade to warp to the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And neither of these runners have checked the Wasteland torches just
Right.
yet.
They had another check that could bite them in the ass.
Mm-hmm. Dotzo setting his Scarecrow song as ATZ gets ready to go into Water Temple. So before Dotzo's going to be able to take care of Water Temple, we know he needs to go back to Child. All the memes. We have all the
Ooh.
memes here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Dotzo doing adult fishing, checking to see if there's anything there. ATZ doing some lovely swimming with boots.
I can see you in the chat, Trez. What kind of shenanigans are you up to in the chat, Trez? Hmm?
Well, he's not running the restream right now, so he can't put any gifs on screen just yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in control. And I'm not gonna put anything weird on here because I don't want to accidentally break something.
Mm-hmm. Land it safe for now.
No hacking my computer.
No.
Probably could if you wanted to, but please don't.
Oh god. Alright, Dotzo doing the dip into water without the long shot. He's gonna have to go back to Child to do that though.
Mm-hmm.
Get that second hook shot.
Yeah, I am I seem to be the most prominent of the ZSR2 restreamers, this being my second restream on ZSR2 that I have handled. So this is my home. I'm here on Squad 2.
Nice.
And Dotzo in there looking for anything useful. Whereas ATZ is looking for Boomerang and Boss Key. I don't believe they can show us their tunics because I don't believe either of them have picked up any other tunics.
They're just toward DMs. Oh wow. Fizzy just sent me something on Discord.
More memes?
Another meme. Yep.
Never too many memes. Except there's always too many
boy.
memes. Dotzo having some trouble with these spiky balls. I can't remember what the hell their proper name is. They're annoying. I don't like them. ATZ making quick work of these checks though in water. Spiky Boys is clearly their proper name.
Yep.
Yeah, chat's getting memed up in here. We're over 2.5 hours in and we still aren't in no mode. We've got one item that we are hunting for. The other we will be able to get help solving. If all else fails, we'll be able to get the light arrow hint from Ganon, as this is a fast Ganon seed. But we do not know where the boomerang is hiding. We don't know if it's locked behind something.
I really want to see it on one of the chests that they skipped. Either GC Ferry or the Wasteland.
I think Deep Fire would be
That too.
one of the least friendly things that could happen to them. 'Cause nobody likes going back there. Although they do have Bolero, so it isn't the worst. Dotzo trailing behind ATZ in Water Temple a bit right now, and trailing overall in items due to not having the long shot still. But if Dotzo does find the boomerang sooner, then you know things could change.
That's the trouble with the doing the hover trick over the spikes. Dotzo, you usually do that backwards. What are you doing forwards?
Yeah, I thought that was usually a backwalk. Ah, well, there.
Oh,
it goes.
you do a gainer. Oh, that's right.
Chat not liking the idea of Boomerang possibly being in fire.
Yeah. There's Dotzo's complicated setup for making that jump. Like every time I look at it, it's just, how do you remember that? It's so weird.
Yeah, some of these movement tech setups are. I have no idea how people came up with them in the first place. Who found these setups, and how much time did they spend bouncing around before they found it?
Definitely was someone with a lot of time on their hands.
So Anatomy Z doing the out of logic basement check. That is the one check in Water Temple that logic requires that you have the Zora Tunic for. And they have neither Zora Tunic nor the Giant's Wallet to be able to purchase one. So it is not in logic to come down here, but logic doesn't really stop ATZ much.
Yeah, he won't have that much trouble here, unless
Well, he
does.
seems to be having some problems with the spiky boys now, too.
Spiky Buzz.
34 more seconds to kill these last couple of baddies. Shouldn't be a problem. Getting trolled by the switch there, though. I've had that happen plenty of times.
Oh boy.
Hitting the switch instead of the, what is it? Shell Blade, I believe is their proper name.
Yeah, that's some kind of weird name that Nintendo came up with, and that's that's the boss key. Blech. Jesus.
Yeah, down in the basement. Dotzo is on his way there now, but he's not really going to be able to do anything with it.
Ooh, 30 seconds. Oh, I don't think he can do it.
Yeah, no, coming down here with only 4 hearts, that is, that's a bit ambitious.
Who's ready to see a drowning animation?
Will a fairy revive you from a drown? I know it'll revive you from a burn.
I don't know.
I believe he does still have a fairy in tow.
Oh, 8 seconds left. Will he do it?
This is cutting it rather close.
Oh god.
And
Oh
getting
boy.
stuck there.
Oh Jesus. No. There. Oh, 2 seconds left.
These boys and their timers. Oh my god.
Wow.
They are
Truly
both.
remarkable.
They are both being risky with timers today. Goodness.
Damn. They are definitely in it to win it.
Anatomy Z continuing to work his way through Water Temple. Even though he's got the boss key. Because still need that boomerang. I still have no idea where it's hiding.
So Dotso's gonna raise the water and probably gonna leave to go find that long shot.
Mm-hmm.
Little does he know, he's gonna have to go back to Child in order to find it.
Nope. Going down the Dark Link path. Dark Link and River.
I know what's in his mind right now. It's gotta be in River Chest. It's gotta be in River Chest. I hate the damn River
Got that
Chest.
early Song of Time that makes you think that something's gonna be there. On this climb with just hookshot. It's fun. Fun's the right word for this activity, right?
Come on. You can get it. There you go.
And ATZ headed into the Morpha fight. Dotzo setting up a Furor's Wind.
Oh, ATZ almost got Morpher up. Yet the ledge was just in his way.
For some reason, has Master Sword equipped, though, instead of Bigoron Sword.
Yeah. Seems to be forgetting he has Boogeron Sword this race.
It is much easier for dealing with Morpha in the corner. In my experience, anyway. But of course, ATZ makes quick work of it.
Yeah. Trying to think of how long ago that strat has been found for very fast Morpha. It must have been very, very long ago, like in the 90s.
That is entirely possible. And Dotzo fighting Dark Link now. Anatomy Z, just getting a key from the Morpha heart.
He's gonna do Lake Hylia Sun, and we'll see what's on Prelude. Light arrows on the Dark Link chest. Oh my god. One away from River Chest, but it's still ATZ didn't check it.
No, he did not. It may be a while before he chooses to go back into Water Temple to clear those last couple checks out. Also, chat was pointing out ATZ unequipped Bigoron sword in fire for dealing with the flame dancers, and just never put it back.
What in? Oh my god, that was so long ago too.
Yeah, he's had it available to him this whole time, just hasn't been using it.
Okay, good.
Put your boots back on. Okay, go back in there. I mean, I shouldn't be rooting for him to win, but
is
my
he
bracket prediction has him doing the run back through losers.
Is he listening to this stream?
Of course not.
Wow, I thought he would just straight up bail.
No?
That is gonna pay off for him.
Yes, it is. He's gonna be very glad he made this choice. And Dotzo still on that hunt for Boomerang and for Long Shot. Looks like Dotzo's gonna gamble Deep Fire now.
Oh yeah, he did get a key from Morpha, so he is now able to do it. And that's probably
true,
why.
True.
And thanks for letting us know, chat.
Yeah, since you can save Scum 2 different keys, you almost never run out of keys in water.
Yeah.
Dotzo heading up the elevator here in just a moment. Not easy. Just walking in, about to start his Dark Link fight. Chat seems to think that this is gonna pay off, this trip into fire.
Yeah. We'll see soon enough.
Dotzo now gonna check Scarecrow in fire.
Yay.
And an Atomy Z getting those lights. Yeah, there's a reason I am kind of the token scrub tier racer around these parts, is because I don't know, you know, if you find so many keys in thus and such places, it means this. I know that there is that knowledge to be had, but it's not in my brain just yet.
Yeah, you gotta know these things by heart, almost.
Yep. Yeah, that intuitive sense of what's where. If this, then that.
Yep.
And ATZ doing the quick strat to get in there into that chest and able to get the key there.
All right, first deep fire check for Dotzo. What'll be?
Another key. Oh, that was a nifty little recoil jump. I don't think I'd seen that one for getting out of there fast.
Ooh, just someone join the call. Someone joined the call and just jumped out. What was that?
I did not see that.
Was that you, Trez?
Trez,
Causing some
doing?
shenanigans? Ugh.
You just want to come hang out with us and Randobot too.
Memes.
No memes.
I'm not throwing memes up on the screen. It'll break my computer. I can't
Dang it,
multitask.
Alright. Well, there's the 5th item for Dotzo in Fire Temple.
Hmm.
Let's see what this last item is. Unless...
Yeah, and Dotzo doing the get through the wall quickly strats.
ATZ checking 10 skulls. Neither of them checked 20 skulls.
Nope. We have
And he's
not
gonna do
seen
that right now. And nope.
No, not our boomerang. Dotzo having a rough time with that firewall there and taking lots of damage. Is he trying to death warp out of here or something?
No, there's a strat to get up there. And it looks like he's doing it right, but he's just falling off the ledge. There we go. Oh,
Okay.
that's right. A to Z unlocked 2 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Both Prelude and Nocturne. So he's got Song of Storms. And now he's gonna check Prelude. So the well's open. We'll see what the other song opens.
Yep, we shall see. Dotzo dealing with that fire dancer before Hammer Chest. And there's Sun Song, so you will be able to, ATZ will be able to check the graveyard for that as well. So I'm guessing he's gonna head to Kakariko now.
Now, once again, Horn Song is the last song that both the racers will check, much to the disappointment of my inner brony.
Yeah, Epona is on Ocarina. That is determined at this point. So, is Boomerang on horseback archery? That is, Boomerang on horseback archery or frogs, I think, are our only, forced all dungeons options at this point.
That's right. Let's see if it's an AD seed.
Mm-hmm.
So just gonna have the highest score on check left.
Yeah, looks like ATZ is getting the well ready before. Oh, and
Ice trap.
for all that effort for Dotzo, just an ice trap.
Dang. Deep fire, not coming in clutch.
Nope, warping to the graveyard now. Is he gonna go Shadow?
Oh no. Is he?
It could be the way, we don't know.
No, he's just dropped down.
Ah,
One
yes,
thing to
lighting
note-
these torches down here.
One thing to note is that ATZ has also done the entirety of Forest Temple.
Yep.
And Dotzo hasn't. That's another thing that ATZ has.
Yeah, ATZ does have what appears to be the lead right now, but this is rando.
Ugh.
Dotzo could find Boomerang and pull ahead if ATZ spends a lot of time doing various checks to track it down.
Alright, Dotzo, just come back here as a child and... No. Don't do Shadow, come on! What are you
Boomerang might
doing?
be in Shadow. It isn't necessarily a bad play. And we know he isn't gonna find the Boomerang in Water Temple. he'll get that medallion in Water Temple, but he's not gonna get any more progression items, just those 2 songs.
Right.
Chat seems to be hoping that nothing will be in well. I'm sure a lot of people are just because he was such a strong front runner in so many of the brackets predictions. There are probably a few people hoping to see the underdog Dotzo take this.
Yeah.
Not that Dotzo's really much of an underdog in this particular matchup. They are both quite good.
Take A to Z out of the brackets and make this anyone's game.
Though for the record, my bracket prediction has Raikaru taking it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did not make any predictions, but my guess is that either Raikaru or ATZ is gonna get first place.
My prediction included ATZ getting knocked to losers in the second round, then continuing through losers to grands, resetting the bracket, and then Raikaru winning.
Oh, yeah.
That was my prediction. Because I like maximum drama. That's why we're hanging out here in losers bracket today, because it is a different energy for these runners. They know that this is last chance. Mess up here, there isn't another opportunity to fix it.
Right. It would be interesting to see the last match actually end up being Raikaru versus ATZ.
That's my prediction, but we've been seeing several upsets so far.
Dotzo going out of Shadow to check the Gaines Castle Ferry.
Remembering that he has those gold gauntlets.
Yep.
Could be here.
Oh boy. Will this be the edge that he has on ATZ?
Oh, ATZ getting more sticks. Kind of useful right after the dead hand fight, to be fair, but not what he was hoping to find.
Right.
Oh, and ATZ getting that second row of hearts now. And Dotzo headed into the Ganon's Castle Fairy Fountain to see.
Silver scale in the well.
So Bottle is now an option to check. Just a bloopy there behind those gold gauntlets.
Ah, dang. Alright.
We know Boomerang can't be in Ganon's castle. The only thing that can be in there would have been the light arrows. But we found them.
Right. Yep. Kokiri sword as well.
Okay,
Childlike Hylia is looking really good now.
Child fishing, not dead. And a bloopy there.
And now that just leaves basement chests. So once he opens this chest and he doesn't find Boomerang, I'm imagining he'll play Serenade right away.
Chat, we do know that it is not Vanilla Boomerang. I believe it was Dotzo dipped.
Yep.
Oh, Dotzo took a drop there in that room.
Oh, damn.
Went back a little too early. Dotzo did check Boomerang chest. He dipped, dipped into Jabu. Nat dropped the fish off and then immediately warped out. He did not do the first check. Boomerang chest is still in logic for him, but we know it doesn't actually have anything.
Alright, so where's the net going? What could he be doing?
Sure. Mask. He's going to turn that
The
Keaton
mask.
in.
Oh no. The skull mask. I forgot about that.
Oh, that will be a juicy troll if they both pass that up. Nope, he's just walking right past it.
No.
What are you doing?
Oh god.
Oh man, what? Legit, what is he doing?
He still has a Keaton mask. Come on.
I do not know what he is up to right now.
I thought he cleared.
Oh, Song of Storms
Child
Grotto
Force.
chat's saying.
Oh,
the
that's
Goron
right.
City Song of Storms Grotto.
Yes.
We don't have any other options, Trezco. There's only this orange tunic. Neither of our runners have found another tunic, and they haven't bothered to buy anything else. Although it looks like Dotzo at some point found Giant's wallet without me noticing it, because I see he has 210 rupees right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's the tunic for.
There's another tunic. Well,
Very
he's child
easy.
right now, though, so we can't see what color it looks like. Adult fishing held Giant's wallet. Okay. I did
There we go.
kind of miss that one.
You won't be able to show the tunic until he gets to adult.
And now ATZ checking the Song of Storms grotto just outside the Lost Woods. I don't know if Song of Storms was required or not. They already had the wallet, so...
Alright, come on, HZ. Go back to CAC and do the skull mask. You're in Lost
Shall
Woods
see.
right now. That should be a reminder.
Yeah. Should be.
He's gonna do the underwater bottle to
Ah.
child fishing. Or frogs, yes, that is also there.
Yep, Frogs in the Rain is available. He is running around with doing those various Song of Storms checks, so it would make sense for this to be on his mind right now. Again, the sort of things that separate top tier from scrub tier.
Exactly.